Would you believe me if I told you that one of the greatest baseball talents of the 21st century almost lost everything before becoming an American League MVP? Josh Hamilton's story isn't just about home runs and highlight reels. It's a story of addiction, redemption, record-breaking performances, and one of the most heartbreaking careers in Major League Baseball history. From being the #1 overall draft pick to disappearing from baseball, then returning to become one of the game's biggest stars, Josh Hamilton lived a career that sounds almost unbelievable. So what really happened to Josh Hamilton? Before we dive in, if you enjoy sports documentaries and stories about the biggest legends, busts, and comebacks in sports history, hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly content. Now let's rewind and go back to where it all began. Josh Hamilton seemed destined for greatness from the very beginning. Born in Raleigh, North Carolina in 1981, Hamilton quickly became one of the most gifted high school baseball players anyone had ever seen. Hamilton attended Athens Drive High School in Raleigh, where he starred as both a pitcher and an outfielder. As a high school senior, Hamilton ran the 60-yard dash in 6.7 seconds, and his fastball was clocked at 97 miles per hour. After hitting .529 in 25 games, with 13 home runs, 20 stolen bases, and 35 runs batted in, Hamilton was widely considered one of the top 2 prospects for the 1999 Major League Baseball draft. Hamilton initially signed a letter of intent to play college baseball for North Carolina State. Scouts compared his combination of power, speed, and athleticism to some of baseball's all-time greats. Many believed Hamilton wasn't just going to be good. They believed he'd become one of the biggest faces of Major League Baseball. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays owned the #1 pick in the 1999 MLB draft and used it to select Hamilton. The Devil Rays saw Hamilton as a can't-miss prospect. Hamilton signed with Tampa Bay, receiving a $3.96 million signing bonus, and joined their minor league system. Hamilton was named to the 2000 All-Star Futures Game, a game designed to showcase minor league prospects. Hamilton was also voted Minor League Player of the Year by USA Today. In February 2001, Hamilton and his mother were injured in a car accident. Hamilton, with an injured back, found himself unable to play baseball and flush with cash and unsupervised by his parents for the first time. At age 20, he had his first drink of alcohol, and he began spending his idle time at a tattoo shop, drinking and using drugs. He had a couple of minor league rehab assignments, but was continuously bothered by toe and neck injuries. During spring training of the 2003 season, Hamilton failed his first drug test. At the start of the season, Hamilton showed up late several times during spring training and was reassigned to the team's minor league camp. He left the team and resurfaced several times, but eventually took the rest of the season off for personal reasons. Hamilton was hoping to return to spring training with the Devil Rays in 2004, though he was suspended 30 days and fined for violating the drug policy put in place by Major League Baseball. And to put it in perspective, a failed test in the eyes of Major League Baseball is one in which there is a positive result for a drug more severe than marijuana. A month later, Major League Baseball suspended him for the entire season after he failed 2 more drug tests. Hamilton was out of baseball for almost 3 years. He made several attempts at rehabilitation and started off the 2005 season with hopes of being a star Major League outfielder. However, he was arrested before the season for for smashing the windshield of a friend's truck. The Rays placed Hamilton on the restricted list, moving him off the 40-man roster. After another relapse, Major League Baseball suspended him for the entire 2006 season. Hamilton's return to baseball was helped along by former minor league outfielder and manager Roy Silver, who owned a baseball academy in Florida. After hearing about Hamilton's desire to return to baseball, Silver offered the use of his facility if Hamilton agreed to work there. Hamilton raked the infield, cleaned the bathrooms, and even slept in the facility on an air mattress during this time. After several months there, Hamilton attempted to play with an independent minor league team, but Major League Baseball stepped in and disallowed it. Hamilton was allowed to work out with the Devil Rays minor league players starting on June 2nd, 2006. By the end of the month, he was allowed to participate in minor league games. In order for this to happen, the Rays had to run Hamilton through waivers, making him available for any team for $20,000. No team put a claim in for him. Hamilton played in 15 games with the Hudson Valley Renegades at the end of the 2006 season, his second stint with the minor league ball club. Left off the Rays' 40-man roster, Hamilton was selected third overall in the 2006 Rule 5 draft by the Chicago Cubs, who immediately traded him to the Reds. Hamilton was one of the Reds' best hitters in spring training in 2007, leaving camp with a .403 batting average. In order to retain the rights to Hamilton, the Reds would have to keep him on their Major League 25-man roster for the entire 2007 season, so they planned to use him as a fourth outfielder. Hamilton made his Major League debut at the age of 26 on April 2nd against the Chicago Cubs in a pinch hit appearance, receiving a 22-second standing ovation from the crowd. His story had been made public and had gone around the Major League Baseball world, and everyone was truly moved by his redemption back to baseball. He made his first start on April 10th against the Arizona Diamondbacks, batting leadoff. In that game, he recorded his first Major League hit, which was a home run. The next night, he hit another one. Hamilton ended up being named the National League Rookie of the Month. But the best was still ahead. Everything changed after Hamilton was traded to the Texas Rangers. He quickly became one of baseball's biggest stars. His incredible power, elite defense, and emotional story captured fans all across America. Then came one of the greatest moments in Home Run Derby history. In the 2008 Home Run Derby at Yankee Stadium, Hamilton blasted an astonishing 28 home runs in the first round. Although he didn't win the event, the performance became one of the most iconic displays of raw power baseball has ever seen. Just 2 years later, Hamilton reached another level. In 2010, he won the American League MVP award after hitting .359 with 32 home runs and leading the Rangers to their first World Series appearance. For many fans, Josh Hamilton had completed one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. Unfortunately, Hamilton's career never fully escaped adversity. Injuries became more frequent. His production began to decline. He signed a massive free agent contract with the Los Angeles Angels, but his time there never matched the expectations. Personal challenges also resurfaced. Hamilton openly acknowledged additional struggles with addiction during parts of his career. Eventually, he returned to Texas before injuries ultimately forced him away from the game. His final Major League Baseball appearance came in 2015. In 1,027 games over 9 seasons, Hamilton posted a .290 batting average with 200 home runs, 701 runs batted in, and 50 stolen bases. Defensively, he recorded a .980 fielding percentage, playing at all three outfield positions. Hamilton was also inducted into the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame in 2019. Even with all the setbacks, Hamilton accomplished more than many players ever dream of. American League MVP, 5-time All-Star, multiple Silver Slugger awards, Home Run Derby icon, a World Series appearance, and one of the greatest comeback stories in baseball history. His story reminds us that talent alone doesn't define a career. Life off the field can be just as important as what happens between the foul lines. Josh Hamilton remains one of baseball's greatest what-if stories. Some fans wonder what numbers he might have posted had addiction and injuries never interrupted his career. Others simply admire the incredible perseverance it took to return to Major League Baseball through all the trials and tribulations. Most recently, Josh Hamilton was arrested on October 30th, 2019, and charged with injury to a child, a third-degree felony after being accused of physically assaulting his oldest daughter. On April 8th, 2020, Hamilton was indicted on a felony charge for allegedly beating his daughter. The charge carried a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. On February 22, 2022, Hamilton pleaded guilty to unlawful restraint, a misdemeanor at the time. Hamilton received a year of probation, was fined $500, and was ordered to perform 20 hours of community service. During his 3-year absence away from baseball, Josh Hamilton met a businessman named Michael Chadwick, who made an attempt to steer him in the right direction. It was through this relationship where Hamilton ended up meeting his wife, Katie, who was Chadwick's daughter. He credits his wife, Katie, for helping him stay sober through the times he struggled with addiction. Hamilton has also stated publicly that he believes that Jesus brought him back from the brink and that faith is what keeps him going. Hamilton also wrote an autobiography called Beyond Belief, which explains how he quit drugs and alcohol and found a relationship with God. Yo, appreciate you guys tuning into this video. I hope you guys liked it. Josh Hamilton was the man back in the day, and he was, without a shadow of a doubt, he is one of my favorite players of all time. Definitely in my top 10. And that's amazing considering he did not play for very long. I mean, 9 seasons, but a lot of those were injury riddled. And, his journey is absolutely incredible. And he's actually, I'm pretty sure he considers himself to be very lucky, because to get that many chances is pretty special. And it lets you know how special of a talent he was. And he had everything. In baseball, they call it a 5-tool player: hitting for average, hitting for power, base running, fielding, and throwing arm. In the some of the highlights in the video, you could see him gunning down a few runners at home plate from the outfield, him making some spectacular catches, robbing people of home runs. He stole quite a few bases. And then obviously, the hitting accolades, and he's a big guy, really big guy. I don't know if you guys could tell, but he's about 6'4", 240, 250, pretty big, pretty lean, just a truly spectacular athlete, in my opinion. And I'm glad he got to showcase his skills, at least for the time that he did. Accomplished quite a bit too in just those 9 seasons a lot of them being injury riddled. Like I said, he still got to achieve more than most athletes, more than most baseball players can say that they did. So big ups to Josh, one of my favorite baseball players of all time. A great redemption story. I'm glad he got the opportunity to do his thing. I'm glad he found God and got on the straight and narrow and sobered himself up, because that truly would have been a we would have been robbed of a truly remarkable athlete. Okay, and his story is still, in my opinion, a case of coulda, woulda, shoulda, because this man should have did even more than what he did accomplish. Okay, shout out to him. He's living a rather quiet life now. He's a big family man, and he's spending a lot of time with his kids. And he relocated his parents to Texas to be closer to them, and they can be closer to the grandkids and that kind of thing. And another cool thing is the high school that he went to actually retired his jersey. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Josh Hamilton, big ups to you, my man. And we will catch you on the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm gonna try to slide in some non-football players every now and then to mix things up. So for the baseball fans out there, if there's any other baseball players you would like me to discuss on this channel, just holler at your boy. I'm your boy BC, and I'm signing out. Appreciate the support, guys.